Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin. I'm the author of Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love, available in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. And if you pick up your copy of Twin Flame Romance, leave a review on Amazon. Once that's up, send me a screenshot, michellefondinauthor@gmail.com, and I will gift you an Audible copy of Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy, exploring your 7 energy centers with mindfulness, yoga, and Ayurveda. If you're new to my channel, welcome! Thank you for subscribing below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and give the video a thumbs up. I do readings, twin flame readings, romance readings, personal readings, whatever it is. You can book your reading at fondinwellness.com. Today is Wednesday, Hump Day. This is the Quickie Hump Day Twin Flame reading, messages from Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine. Now, I will post the timestamp below that you can go directly to that reading. We're going to do a quickie little update on what's going on. This is a little bit of my coaching session here. I like to give you guys a little bit of a coaching session, sometimes give you news, just a little pep talk. Consider it to be a little pep talk for today, Wednesday, March 18th. I tried to do a live stream yesterday, March 17th, St. Patty's Day. Unfortunately, there was a glitch because I use OBS encoder for YouTube live stream. The encoder updated, it needed an update, it updated, and then for some reason with the YouTube studio, they're getting rid of their old studio. They are pushing through on their new studio. This setting somehow did not work. I've been watching videos to try to figure out how to make OBS work on YouTube with my computer, with the settings. My internet speed's really fast, so I don't really know where the glitch is, but we're gonna try again tonight. 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Pacific time, I live in Los Angeles, guys. Pacific time for the Twin Flames live Q&A. I'm going to try the best that I can to make it work this time. It's worked in the past. I just don't know what happened. So let's push through. Let's try to make this work tonight. Let's pray to God that all the settings that I reconfigured and set for the software are going to work this time. And I know the current climate's a little bit bizarre now with most people being really, it's kind of a voluntary quarantine, but most people being confined to their homes for the next 15 days in the United States. If you're living outside of the United States, I know in China, Italy, and France, I know it's a little bit longer. In Italy, it's already been long. In China, in certain provinces in China, it's already been super duper long. And it's just a little bit of a different climate, but I want you guys to know that there is hope, and I'm going to show you 2 pictures. So yesterday morning, I went super duper early to Target in Manhattan Beach, California to get toilet paper. Of all things, I couldn't find toilet paper anywhere. I went about 6:45 a.m. to wait in line at Target, and look at the picture up above. What happened? Now, actually, that's just one rainbow. I saw 3 rainbows just in the time that I was going to Target and came out of Target. It was so amazing. And that is a message from God that there is hope, right? And another thing that happened today, and I'll flash the picture here. And my cat Luna, who's a kitten growing into an adult cat now. Many of you met Luna on the live stream when I first got her back in July of 2019. She's gotten a little bit bigger. I was in the bathroom this morning and I have a tray with my angel cards, and the card that is in the picture, I had written some affirmations on some index cards a long time ago. This was probably like a year ago or a year and a half ago. And somehow Luna found that card in my tray with my angel cards. And while I was in the bathroom, she took it out and started playing and chewing on it. And so I took a picture with the card sitting right in front of her. She put it there. I didn't move the card. When I came out of the bathroom, she was sitting there with the card and what it said. And, you know, it says, look for miracles. Come on, you guys. This is crazy. So there is hope. There are miracles. Keep looking for the signs. Keep your chin up. And I know it's really, really hard to get through this, and I know sometimes it can be really frustrating. But one thing I want you guys to keep in mind is that when tragedies like this happen, when there's something that causes us to stop our daily routine, stop our daily lives, and it mixes things up a bit, it creates a lot of uncertainty. When that happens, generally speaking, it's an opportunity to take a look at your life. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people take an opportunity like this to introspect and go within, looking at their lives and just evaluating like, what am I doing? And am I happy doing what I'm doing? Am I happy in my relationships? Am I unhappy in my relationships? Am I unhappy with what I'm doing? And hopefully the insightful people will make the changes necessary. I know this happened to me during 9/11, 2001, and many of you are not old enough to even remember 9/11. Some of you were just kids during that time. And it was during that time where I was really awakened. I had been through a lot in the past years before 9/11, 2001, and I was carrying about 25 extra pounds. And it was that day on 9/11 that I made the decision to go and sign up with Weight Watchers. And during that next 8 months, I lost the 25 pounds, and I was really proud of myself. But it was those moments in time where I was able to reevaluate my life and say, where am I and where do I want to go? And this could be good news for a lot of people who are more introspective and who can take this time out as an opportunity to reevaluate their lives and hopefully point their lives in a better and more fulfilling direction. So all is not lost. Keep the faith, you guys. There is hope. And let's get started with our twin flame reading, messages from Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine. So we're going to say some blessings over the cards. This is the Whispers of Love deck. I love this deck. Dear God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Mother Mary, Archangels, Angels of God, Divine Masculines, Guardian Angels, Divine Feminines, Guardian Angels, Romance Angels, Twin Flame Angels, please help us to understand what Divine Masculine wants to say to the Divine Feminines in this collective. Today is Wednesday, March 18th, 2020. What does Divine Masculine, if Divine Masculine could say anything in love and romance to the Divine Feminine, what would they say? Okay, we've got one. We're going to pick from the Romance deck as well. Just one card. Simple, simple. Dear angels and guides, what does Divine Masculine have to say? Whoa, that one flew out. Okay, I hope you guys didn't see that. I didn't see it, but it did fly out. And messages of love. Let's get a messages of love card and see what Divine Masculine has to say to Divine Feminine. We're only going to pick one from this deck, and then we'll pick two from the Hidden Truth Oracle to get the messages from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. What does Divine Masculine have to say about this connection to Divine Feminine? And finally, the Hidden Truth Oracle, we're going to pick two. And this is what's in the Divine Masculine's heart and mind, soul. And if he or she, of course, could say anything to the Divine Feminine, what would they say? Awesome. Okay, so let's pick the first one from the Whispers of Love deck. And it says, oh, I love this. It says, have patience. And this is so beautiful. Do you see this little girl sitting in a lotus flower and putting her hand in the water, and she's making a ripple effect? And it says, have patience. And it says, love is patient and love is kind, which of course is taken from 1 Corinthians chapter 13. It's a passage from the Bible in the New Testament that is often read at weddings. And I love this because you need to have patience in this time, and also have patience with your Divine Masculine as they're preparing to come forward to you. Please have faith, you guys. Please have faith. Your faith and love is needed on this planet right now and always, but especially now. And your Divine Masculine needs your love. They need your unconditional love. They need you to be continually sending unconditionally loving vibes, and those vibes of patience and kindness And just keep the faith, you guys. Keep the faith, keep the faith, keep the faith. This is a message from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. It says flirt. And what I really believe this card is a call to lightheartedness. A call to lightheartedness. A call to not taking things so darn seriously. Flirting with life. Flirting with others, flirting and that doesn't mean sexual necessarily. It just means to take life with a grain of salt, to take things very lighthearted, to stay happy and joyous and full of laughter and kind-heartedness, and just keep the flow of energy in a positive way, in a positive manner. One of the things that gave me hope today was I was able to jog on the beach today, and I saw dolphins playing in the shallow end of the ocean. I live near the Pacific Ocean, and I saw about 10 to 12 dolphins just playing and leaping, and it was so amazing. And that's kind of the flirtatiousness of dolphins. Like, they're flirty and fun and just playing. And it was just so beautiful, and I love it so much that, I mean, I was thinking, if there's one place to be, if the world is ending, which the world is not ending, but if there's one place to be, there's no place that I would rather be than here in Southern California. There's absolutely no place that I would rather be. It's so beautiful. I love this because many, many, many of you have been waiting for this moment. And it says apology. And it says you can expect to hear the apology that you've been wanting to hear, that you've been waiting to hear. So many of you have been seriously waiting because there were so many things that were done. There were just so many things that were done that hurt you, and I know that you've been waiting for that apology. I so know that. The next message that is coming through is, and I believe this is the reason for the card, have patience. Have patience. Now, this is only for a subsect of the collective, of the Divine Feminine collective, messages from Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine. This is one of the reasons for the patience. And so the first one, but I want to put these two together, so I'm going to kind of read them together. And it says, I am not available, and I hope that you can forgive me one day. And again, this is about forgiveness and apology. But I believe the not available is tied into the message about patience. And for a certain subsect of the Divine Masculines out there, they are still in their marriages, in their long-term relationships. They're still in a position that they can't leave, let's say, their hometown. If you live in another country or another state or another place, they're really trying hard to rectify the situation so that they can free themselves up in order to come towards you. And they're really sorry. Like, this is I'm going to pull one more message from Divine Masculines to Divine Feminines, because for some reason, I kind of feel that this is incomplete. And I'm just getting this tugging feeling that the angels have one more message to deliver from Divine Masculines to the Divine Feminines, because I feel it's a little inconclusive. So angels, can you help clarify these two messages that came through from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine and help us complete the puzzle here? I believe that the piece of the puzzle that needs to be completed for this message, and I said this is only for certain Divine Masculines, it's not for all, but certain Divine Masculines, as they're speaking to their Divine Feminines today, is the not available and the I hope you can forgive me is tied to this. It's time for me to heal now. It's time for me to heal now. And like I said, some of them are still tied up in other relationships, so tied up in marriages, tied up in long-term relationships. And for others, they're tied up in their own childhood wounds. They're tied up in their sorrow. They're tied up in low self-esteem. They're still tied up in that. Now, remember, because this is such a large collective, a lot of these divine masculines have actually worked through a lot of those childhood wounds, and a lot of them are reaching the end of their alone time, if you will, to work through their healing, and they're getting ready to come toward their divine feminines. For other, there's a little bit of lag time. They're a little bit further behind in that, and they just want you to know that they're sorry. Like, they're really sorry for taking so much time. They're really sorry that they haven't come forward sooner. And when they do come forward, they're coming forward with an apology. So I think it's a really, this is all about patience, forgiveness, and being ready to hear an apology, but taking things a little lighter, divine feminines, knowing that those that are delaying, they're not doing it on purpose, that they're still going through their self-healing. So it's not about you in the sense that they want to stay away from you. It's not that. It's that they're still working through some of their healing. And again, this is only for a part of the collective who are truly still working through their healing and still trying to move out of other long-term relationships. And then for those that are almost done with their healing process, that is alone, healing process can take a lot of time, and some of it can happen when the couple is together. But what I'm seeing is that there are some divine masculines that are almost finished with their healing journey. That is alone time, the alone time on their own healing journey. And that is when they will come forward with that apology and say, I'm really sorry this took so long. Thank you for being patient. And thank you for staying lighthearted about this and not getting so upset about it. And I really believe that's the global message. So I guess, patience is the real thing this week, divine feminines. Stay humble though. Stay humble. Try not to get caught up in your own ego with anger and frustration, and try as much as you can to stay with that patience. I hope this helps. I know. And I feel that through these messages, it gave us some answers, because a lot of you have had this big question mark in front of you and saying, like, why haven't they come forward yet? And I think this explains a little bit more as to the why. So I hope this helps. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and give the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with other twin flames. And thank you for supporting this YouTube channel. You can buy a book or 2 or 3. You can also pledge your support on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Michelle S. Fondin. And I will see you in the next video.